Hello and welcome to The Design Show. We're back after a long summer break, and this week's episode is filmed in a magical, beautiful sculpture garden in Andalusia. I've got a really packed episode for you. We're going to even have, bizarrely enough, a segment on health in this week's episode. And you may remember back in episode 9 where I challenged you to come up with your own video on colour. We've actually got a winner for the plant design formula. Welcome to the Garden Design Show. It's my mission to demystify design to make it easier for you to create your dream garden. Properly planning your garden is as vital as properly planning your home. I'm Rachel Matthews and I've been a professional international garden designer for over 20 years. I'm also a best-selling author and I teach garden design online. So this is Kitty Harry, and this is her beautiful garden that we're touring round. So Kitty, what was the inspiration to start this garden in the first place?
Well, I had quite a few sculptures when I moved down to Spain, and put them around the place. I did them about between 10 and 15 years ago when I went to, I did a degree in sculpture in Wales. So I mobilized these very heavy stone carvings down here, and they've been around. And then people started to come and talk to me about my books, mainly because I'm also a writer. So.
Yes, I read that on your website. How do you find the time to do both?
With difficulty, but I'm quite old. That helps. But had a lot of time to do it. I started sculpting more and more, and then suddenly it occurred to me that, hey, I ought to open my garden to the public.
Well, it's beautiful. Yes. And you're open on Sundays, is that right?
Yes, I'm open between 11 and 5 on Sundays, and also to groups larger than 4 at any other time when I'm at home. So, with previous appointment.
And how many sculptures do you have here?
I've got just over 60.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 60, and about 40 of them are my own, and I've got about 20 by other sculptors, about 8 or 10 other artists.
Okay, and what's your favourite medium? Is it stone?
It is what I'm most used to. I'm also trying out all different materials like wood and concrete, metal, plaster, whatever. Great.
Now, for people at home that have got sculptures or they're thinking of buying one, do you have any tips on how to place them? And actually how to choose one? Is it always a heart decision?
Okay, in terms of buying a sculpture, I think it's very important that you buy what you love.
Yes.
But also keeping in mind that it will last outside.
That's a very good point, yes.
Depending on what climate you're in.
Yes.
Obviously, in Spain, the sun is a big factor in terms of wear and tear, but in the UK, for example, frost could affect even stone.
So if people want to come and visit and look at your website, what's your web address?
It's www.kittyharry.com.
Brilliant. Okay, well thank you ever so much for letting us film here today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
So while we're here, let's have a look at some more of the garden.
Now this piece, remarkably enough, is not made out of separate sections, but it's actually just one piece of Portuguese marble. And the difference in colour is the base piece has been polished and the rest is just left unpolished. And that gives a lovely difference in texture. Now this idea is so clever. To begin with, I thought they were just painted curtain rails, but actually they are just standard tree stakes, and they've just been painted this gorgeous blue, and it works really well. And what's more, the blue pillars make a lovely backdrop to this beautiful pot mosaic with the mosaic waterfall.
And the garden has wonderful views across the landscape beyond, and this comes up to one of my absolute favourite pieces. Isn't this gorgeous? It's so dramatic and so eye-catching, and it's by Ron Egan, and it beautifully matches the tree there.
And through here we've got another wonderful piece. This I think is one of my favourite in the whole garden. And in the next design show episode, we're going to look at how you can position statues, sculptures and focal points in your garden to get the most from them. We're going to play the rest of the interview with Skitty, and she came up with some really fantastic tips from an artist's point of view. And I'm going to give you my tips from a garden designer's perspective. So between the two of us, we're going to get you positioning some sculptures and focal points in your garden like a pro.
Also, in our next episode, I'm going to tell you about an exciting new project that I'm going to be working on next year, and I'm going to need some test subject gardens from around the world, which means there'll be an opportunity for you to have me design your garden for free. But I'll tell you all about that in the next episode.
So, on to our health segment. And yes, I know it's a very odd thing to have in the middle of a show all about garden design, but this is really important stuff, so I wanted to share it with you. There's a free online event coming up from the 9th of November till the 23rd, and it's a series of interviews with doctors, nutritionalists and functional medicine practitioners. Now, this free online event covers such a wide topic of health issues, everything from allergies to arthritis, Alzheimer's, chronic fatigue, cancer, depression, IBS, thyroid conditions, you name it, this pretty much covers it. And I wanted to tell you about this because I've been very fortunate to have had early access to these series of interviews, and the information is absolutely mind-blowing and life-changing, which is why I've had to tell you about it. And you may have noticed there's been quite a long gap between episodes for the design show this year. Now, I had planned to do them all throughout the summer, but my health just crashed so badly this year that, even working half an hour a day was too much. I had thyroid issues, chronic fatigue, adrenal exhaustion, headaches. I was just absolutely on the floor. So I had to stop work for 3 months. So as the doctors and specialists were unable to help me, I did a lot of research online, and I came across a second opinion video series of interviews with top doctors on thyroid, and that was really excellent. And a lot of the doctors there did actually sort of say that the root cause of many health issues is in the digestive system. But for me personally, I didn't have any obvious digestive issues apart from maybe the odd food sensitivity and headaches. Anyway, when the opportunity to get early access to this new second opinion series on digestive health came up, I jumped at the chance to watch it because of what I'd heard in the thyroid sessions, and it has been the most life-changing information and series of videos I've ever watched in my life. It will absolutely blow your mind, the number of medical conditions that digestive health is linked to. And the doctors that are interviewed in this series are the doctors of last resort. They're the ones that get all the patients that other doctors are just absolutely unable to treat. And these doctors share their knowledge very openly on these interviews, and they give you exact protocols on what you can follow to get your health back. And this is what has helped me dramatically. So as you can imagine, this is a topic that's very dear to my heart. So I have put a page on my website that's dedicated. If you're interested and you want to get access to these videos while they're free, they're only free from the 9th of November till the 23rd, just go to successfulgardendesign.com/health, and that will show you all that you need to know to sign up and be able to have access to these video interviews. And if you're watching this video after the free online event has finished, just get them, buy them. Whatever Sean charges for them, they're worth 10 times that amount. It will absolutely transform your health and the health of your family. So consider this my public service announcement, and I hope the information helps you as much as it did me, or even prevents you from ending up in quite the health crash that I've experienced this year. So I guess we better get back to some garden related topics. Okay, now you may remember back to episode 9 where we focused on colour and colour theory, and I challenged you, the viewer, to come up with your own colour combinations, and we do have a winner for the plant design formula. Now, this is the course where I walk you through all the steps of exactly how you prepare a planting plan, and I also give you my top secret database on all the plants that I've photographed and that I use on a daily basis as a designer.
And our winner is Nikki from Washington DC. Now, she did a fantastic little video showing the colour schemes that she wanted to create in her garden, and also even gave us a little tour of what's there now. So congratulations, Nikki. You did ever so well with your video. I'm so pleased for you, and you will be getting access to the plant design formula. So I hope you enjoy the course, and I hope you'll send us pictures of the finished results. Links to both Kitty's Garden and the health workshop that you can attend, and everything else that's been featured in this week's episode, can be found at successfulgardendesign.com/show 11.